Yeah, good evening all. I would like to thank FMJPI team, and you all know that they are the largest network dedicated to FM industry. I appreciate FMJPI on their work. It is pleasure and great privilege for me to speak in this forum. My name is Anand, and I head Technical Control Facility Management Company, subsidiary of Embassy Services. We are in IFM business and technical utility management services for manufacturing industries. We cater both to our captive business in Embassy Group and for the open market customers. We take care of around 78 million square feet with a team of 7,000 plus people across Pan India. Quickly, let me share my thoughts on today's topic, what is important to your customer. At its core, facility management is a profession that focuses on efficient maintenance of an organization's building and assets in a way that offers the best value to the building owners and users alike. It is also multidisciplinary support service that can be applied in any niche or industry. Amongst its many applications, is it can ensure safety, functionality, and comfort in the built environment as well as compliance with existing legal requirements. Over the years, industries have accepted outsourcing as a viable option to non core operations, including facility management. Companies typically follow a progression that begins with outsourced non core activities at individual locations. The consolidation, standardization, and bundling of these tasks across facilities over time results in outsourcing of a comprehensive set of non core services and management to the third parties. Facility management support involves in strategy for preventing and preparing for a crisis or emergency, managing equipment and facility during the crisis, supporting business continuity during and after a crisis, with a key focus on health and wellness. Today, organizations are increasingly investing more in health and well-being of their employees, and key priority will be on wellness or every company's agenda. The pandemic situation has refined employees' experience and expectations completely. As organizations prepare for the reopening, there is growing need for employers and occupiers to assure and demonstrate to their associates about safe return to the workplace and ensuring their safety in a longer run. Demonstrable actions from employers will go on a long way in reassuring the associates with facility managers being required to drive most of these wellness initiatives. The focus of FM professional is to provide wellness programs that boost productivity, attract talent, and reduce the rate of people falling sick. The workplace increasingly must accommodate different generations. FM providers must balance the need of different age groups, keeping in mind the well being of all. Driven by an increased focus of this user experience, the business outcome, the role of FM providers is becoming more strategic and long term. With employee engagement and experience gaining importance, the FM providers are working in partnership with customers to help them achieve the company's corporate goals. Clients see smart buildings as a means of enhancing customer experience for employees. As technology and changing attitudes drive an increased sophistication in facility management, it is the people who are playing much more important role in facility management. In the post COVID 19 scenario, there would be increased focus on new services and activities to facilitate employees' return to their workplace. Occupiers should conduct a holistic review of business requirements and portfolio implications to assess and optimize their medium to long term positions and options considering anticipated changes to workplace strategy in a post COVID 19 world. It is critical to establish a centralized multidisciplinary task force as soon as possible to help plan and oversee the recovery efforts across portfolio. FM providers and occupiers must work together to settle a balanced approach that builds in a greater resilience by introducing a spectrum of physical and virtual solutions based on business. The FM services looks the importance of customer services. So retention and acquisition. It costs approximately 5 times more to attract a new customer to your facility than it costs to retain an existing customer. The statistic alone should highlight the importance of providing excellent customer services. Why risk losing a customer? Treating your customer well reduces overall problems you might encounter at your facility. If you treat your customer poorly, you can be certain you will be run into problems at every point of your facility. Ongoing customer services problem can eventually lead to demise of your facility. Customers will be far more willing to remain loyal to your business, and their loyalty will help to ensure our future business with them. So let us see some of the points which I would like to share today, which is important to your customer, which are: consider the customer perspective as a first priority. Facility professionals so consumed by daily problem solving, they tend to forget their customers or people too. The people who sometimes make it difficult the facility staffer to remember these customers are feeling and caring human beings. If people are handling customer service interaction, it is important to remind them frequently that when they are talking with the customer, they need to put the customer's perspective in the forefront of the discussion rather than how it will affect the facility management service system. With the customer perspective in the forefront, it is easier to staff to cross reference customer needs with the facility management organization's ability to satisfy those needs. Replace customer service with customer success strategy. At times, customers may think all the facility management staff have answers to all facility management questions. Ask the wrong staff member about a problem. If the staff member replies he or she is a wrong person to ask, or another unit within the facility management handles the cleaning or technical aspect, the employee leaves the situation without feeling of customer success. It is significant a staff member doesn't know the answer or a question, or isn't it right to provide the answer. It's his or her responsibility to take charge of helping the customers to find appropriate solution, thereby solidifying success in the mind of customers. Focus on hospitality rather than service. In past few years, TED Talks have provided wealth of information from speakers on a new term of art in the customer service world called hospitality. There are lessons about hospitality that facility management organizations can learn from hotel and restaurant industries. At hospitality centers, a customer would come to a team for the host of facility management services related to onboarding. This service approach is more friendly way introducing a new company employee to the facility management organization. Create a marketing model strategy to emphasize the facility management brand. Focus on the facility management value proposition. This is one area of customer service that hasn't changed dramatically for facility managers. It is critical for facility management to develop a marketing model for services that outlines the strategy for interaction with all customers up the marketing chain. From staffs of other departments to senior management and leaders in C-suite, customer interaction can include weekly blogs or chats, presentations, lunch and learn, seminars, e-newsletters, website articles, even one-on-one meetings with senior level facility managers will help. The marketing strategy needs to constantly reinforce the facility management value proposition, which states why customers should do business with the organization. It needs to define what facility management does and how it adds value to its customers. For example, a facility management organization might state as its value proposition that it provides mission-driven service that has been rated number one in the customer satisfaction out of all other service components in the company. If it is true, a value proposition, it must be backed by testimonials and case studies to give customers a proof of accuracy of the service statement. The facility managers should stop and consider how they can add value to their customers in a unique and unexpected way and craft a value proposition statement to support it. Identify customer touch points. A touch point is any time a customer or a potential customer comes in contact with the facility management brand before, during, or after they interact with the organization. Since we know the customers are looking memorable experience when they work with the facility management, we want them to leave that positive feeling when they finish an interaction to maintain the feeling long into the future. Use customer satisfaction data instead of just gathering it. If a facility management organization does not intend to do anything with customer feedback data it collects, and that it should be a waste a customer's precious time collecting the information. If customers feel connected enough to the facility management organization to provide data on a customer satisfaction, then the organization shouldn't betray the connection by failing to share a feedback information with them or take action to correct issues that they address. It is not about the metric you use to acquire the measure feedback. The measurement means nothing unless you something do with it. There is no need to abandon the facility management focus on customer service aspect of a service delivery. It is still a beneficial goal. To quote Mark Twain, the reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. The concept of superior customer service in facility management is alive and well. So I would like to share my thoughts on some of the barriers and processes we face during this process. To find out customer expectations and needs, we should be aware of who are the customers, including both potential and apparent customers, and then should search and figure out appropriate way among the multiple choices that might suit their organization and business. However, because there are variety of group of customers with various expectations a facility manager is supposed to fulfill, there are some barriers to understand the needs and expectations of a customers. First of all, a facility manager faces deals with a wide range of customers. Customers can be categorized as internal and external sources. Internal users or the customers can be from senior executives to the department or individual managers to the individual employees. External customers can be external visitors or users out of the organization who visits and uses the facility. It is hard to fulfill the different needs of various groups of users at the same time. Pointed out that the interest of a different group of customers might be in conflict. It is not only because the people see the different things, but because with the limited resources, distribution of resources can cause conflict. Facility manager should find the degree of urgency and request and prioritize them and work with two departments, ability in negotiating, compromising, prioritizing and communication are important to solve these kind of problems. Customer may often play a passive role in addressing their needs and expectations. Customer satisfaction survey often lack tangible ideas that are related to a specific customer needs. In addition to the customers may not be clearly aware of what they really want to do or receive prior to using a service. Planning a new facility requires planning group to put intensive efforts to find out various customer needs, including the latent needs. As physical conditions of facility and organization structure and culture vary even within the same kind of business, a facility manager should carefully adopt a certain method and be aware of what can be acquired through the method adopted. In addition to that, although it is hard to have a generalized measurement, more cases, practices, and more reliable tool to measure customer needs, expectation, and satisfaction towards the FM service should be developed. In order to understand meet the customer needs and expectation, a facility manager uses several kinds of methods such as customer satisfaction surveys, interviews, focus group, interviews, observations, casual talk, and management and technical audits. It is difficult to argue with anyone is superior that one is superior than other. More often, facility managers can use multiple methods together according to the task and the scope of the project. However, recognizing the significance of customers and their inputs will be key to secure good. A quality improvement efforts often require integrated approach within an organization. The cost of quality is addressed in terms of investment and its return in value. How far should a manager go in finding out customer needs? Meeting requirements and improving the quality of services. Does improving the quality always requiring the higher cost? No. The cost of quality is often mentioned in manufacturing goods as a policy called the 1-10-100 rule is a common term in the cost of defects in manufacturing. Setting optimal level in the goal of quality programs, an optimal range is related to setting a bottom line level. Bottom line tends to set based on the past experience of manager with minimum cost, time and human labor. Securing certain level of quality believed as acceptable by the management may appear as efficient. Developing specifications, continuously seeking information and attitudes from the customers and the audit of facilities helps facility managers to effective and efficient in the quality of service we provide. The FM service request procedures and reports to the customers about the results should be prepared and updated. Most of all, management inputs and control related to customer issues are vital to lead those efforts to successful outcomes. Facility managers may easily overlook customer inputs and put them aside due to daily management pressures. Quality aspects are hardly discussed without taking a long term view. Especially in service business organization, the facility management should involve external as well as internal customers and should provide not only intangible services but also physical environments that are user friendly and sustainable over time. During a life of span of building and an asset, a facility should be properly managed to support organization business and user expectations. At the heart of any team that works well together is effective communication and know with increased pressure and delivering a safe environment. This is even more important than ever. Amazingly, the technology helps us today lot in providing the best services. So I would like to conclude my thoughts on the topic today. I thank all listeners and FMJPI team for this opportunity. I'm happy to have any questions from you.